What's good, YouTube? Today's video is going to be about a story time and how I got my first tat. Damn! I'm straight to my room, right? As soon as I see him, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I already know he know. He was like, let me see it. Nigga, how you know?
Run that back, what?
I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, yeah, I can. But yeah, so let's get into it. I haven't been posting because the nigga been sick. And when I wasn't, I just wanted to wait till March. So this video gonna come out March. The whole month of March, I might be going down. I'm gonna film another video right after this, right? So when y'all see me in the next video, don't be like,
oh my gosh, he wear the same clothes every day. He don't want.
shut up, nigga. But yeah, so let me tell you. So basically, my friend Jordan, I'm gonna put him up right here. Look, Jordan, he got his arm tattoo right here. So his guy, I'm home alone. I heard a weird noise. But he got his mom name tattooed on his arm, right? So he got his mom name, and basically he started putting people on. Like another nigga from our school had went and got a tattoo from the same dude. So he was putting people on to it, and then probably like a couple months later on, after Christmas, I wanted to get a tattoo. So let me tell y'all what happened. So I'm in there, we talking, and then he was like, just text him. So he texted him for me, right? The nigga was quick, ready to do the tattoo. But this was before Christmas, and I didn't want to get it before Christmas because I knew that for Christmas we were going to have an Airbnb, and I was going to be in a pool. And you know, when you first get your tattoo, you can't be up in the pool. And nigga did their research, no cap. But yeah, so I didn't want to get it done before then, so I waited, right? So I waited, and then a couple days later after Christmas, it was like the 28th, I think. I'm going to put the date right there. But yeah, so I had texted him, and then, no, I didn't text him. He texted me. The nigga was persistent, like, goddamn. I didn't even know if I wanted to do it. So he texted me. He was like, yo, what's good with the tab, blah, blah, blah. So then I was talking about my arm, and I was like, do you think my arm gonna be too skinny for my mom's name? I was gonna get my mom's name on my whole arm. But I low-key, I'm happy I didn't do that, because like your arm's supposed to be for art. So that's why I'm happy I didn't do that. But yeah, so he texted me. Nigga was like, he was like, what's good with the tat? So then I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do my mom's name on my arm. I could get it somewhere, but I don't know where I want to get it. I know where I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to get Tierra. Ooh, damn, I just said my mama's name. It don't matter. What the fuck y'all going to do with that? But, yeah, I'm going to get my grandma's name as my mom's name right there. So, yeah. So, basically, last minute, I was on the phone with my grandma, and I was talking about tattoos. And I was like, I was like, Mama, I was like, what's your favorite Bible scripture? I asked her, I called my grandma mama, and then she was like, ooh, poo. I love on my grandma talk like she from the South, her mom is, or something like that. So that's why she talked about like that. But she was like, ooh, poo. I always like trust in the Lord with all your heart. And then Proverbs 3:5. So I was like, bet. So I went and I looked at a picture. I seen somebody, the first picture that I saw, somebody got it on their stomach right here. But they didn't have all the shading. I got the shit. The dude did the shading himself. Well, I mean, he did the whole tattoo himself, but he thought of the shading. But yeah, so I was like, I was basically like, ooh, all right, bet. So I'm gonna get that, and I wanted a cross too on my wrist. I always wanted a cross. My friend from school, he had got a cross on his wrist like last year. Ever since then, I wanted to get a cross on my wrist. That shit was hard. So basically, I'm talking to the dude. I'm like, yeah, I want this. The nigga was talking about, I think he said like $260 for this baby cross. Look at the baby cross. The baby cross. 40. He was talking about 40 for the cross. And then he said for this, if it was gonna be big. Because at first, I mean, this big is cool. I don't want it this big at first. But he was talking about this big. What you mean? Like, what type of stuff is that? But now he had talked it down. He had gave me a cool price once I really, because at first I didn't let him know that Jordan was my friend. I let him know, the homie. That's the homie. He put the price down, no cap. But yeah, so let me tell y'all what happened. The nigga gonna text me and say, all right, bet. You want me to come to you? Or I could do it at the homie house. And he was like, I could touch you up. Nigga, he was moving quick as hell. Pause. That's why it sounded like he was trying to get at me or something. No homo, nigga. But my phone went dead. But yeah, he was moving quick, ready to do the tattoo. So he talking about, I'm at Jordan's house downstairs. The nigga talking about, yeah. He was like, where you want to do it at? And at first I was gonna get it in Jordan's house, but I had to sneak and get the tat. So Jordan's mom wanted my parents okay, like she wanted to be on the phone and have my mom say, yeah, he could get it. And I couldn't do that. And then I didn't even want to put her in no predicament like that anyways. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to do it a different day though, cause I don't got nowhere to go. He was like, oh yeah, you good, bro? He was like, I could take you to the homie house and we could do the tattoo. So the nigga come pick us up, right? It's me, Jordan, and Jeremiah. They all with me. Nigga, he pick us up, right? So he in the front. I'm thinking this gonna be a young nigga. This nigga pretty old, pretty up there. He had the gray hairs and shit, so I'm thinking the nigga gonna be old. I mean younger. He was a little older, right? So I get in the car. First thing he said, you crazy for that rib shot, man. He was like, I wouldn't do that rib shot for the first tat. He was like, that's gonna make you not want to come back and get no tat ever again. He was like, that rib shot hurt. Now I'm in a motherfucking car sweating and shit, is scared. Cause I'm thinking that shit gonna hurt. So we in a car, he talking about it, blah blah. He like, yeah. He's like, what all you want? You want the shade and blah blah. We talking about the tattoo and shit. Jordan and Jeremiah in the back. Jordan was like, he was like, do you remember doing my tattoo? He was like, no, I don't remember doing it. But he was like, I know I did yours. And he showed him the arm. He was like, oh yeah, you want like the little shading like how his is? I was like, yeah, give me that. Blah blah blah. So we in the car driving for like a cool 20 minutes. The whole time I'm praying that my mom or dad do not call me. Because if they would have called me at any given moment and I was up in the car, I don't know what would have happened. I would have panicked at that point. But they didn't call. No, actually, I'm lying. When we got there, they called, but we gonna get into that later. But yeah, so I got dressed and all. So I put on a fit. Like I had that bitch on. I had that shit on. I put on some black and red Come of the Gherkins, threw the bitches on, some black trues. I had on a little black, white, and red True Religion shirt to match the shoes. And then I was just chilling. So I pulled up. So we pulled up there, right? So I'm thinking like we about to be up in the house, chilling in the living room, doing a tattoo. He got the little bed for the tattoo thing, right? And then he was like, all right, come to the back. We come to the back, it's in a garage. Now, this some hood nigga shit. I'm happy this how my tattoo was, because this some hood nigga shit. My fucking do-rag fucked up. But it was hard how I got it. I ain't gonna lie. When I tell people this story, well, I'm telling y'all niggas, but it was hard. So we get back to right, nigga, no joke. Fuck. Oh, I thought my shit was about to end. Nigga, no joke. 2 big ass pit bulls in the backyard, right? And it was a nigga pit bull, a dude, right? So I said a dude. That fucking dog is a boy. The dog was a boy. And that one, they was like, he aggressive. He was like, wait, don't come in yet. He aggressive. They tied the nigga up. It was 2. It was a boy and a girl. They tied that nigga up in the garage. He tied up. He barking the whole fucking time. Almost half the time I was getting my haircut. The whole time I was getting my tattoo. What the fuck did I say haircut? But the whole time I was getting my tattoo, the nigga was barking the whole time, right? So they don't put the girl dog on a leash. I'm skeptical. I'm not fucking with that pit bull. Them niggas lock on to you. I'm a skinny nigga. I can't handle that shit gonna bite my bone off. So the dog right there, the girl dog was sweet though, let me tell you. So the girl dog gonna put her head right on my lap and wanted me to pet her. I was petting her and all that. I was scared though. I ain't gonna lie. Palms was sweating and shit. Niggas was scared of the dog. But it was hard though. They was some cool ass little pit bulls. They was great. And then the nigga, the dog, the boy dog, it was funny because Jordan and Jeremiah was sitting like this. All right, look, this Kool-Aid is the dog. They was like right here to the dog. The dog couldn't leap at them because it was tied up to like a little pillar. But it was close though. Like it was super close to the point where if that dog was barking, they gonna feel the air on their leg. But that dog was close as hell. And that one, they said that one bites. So yeah, so the girl was walking around putting her head on everybody, petting people, putting her arm on people, or whatever the fuck you call a dog, whatever. Putting it on people and shit. And niggas was scared the whole time. But yeah, after a while, they stopped tripping. There was some niggas to the left shooting some dice right there. And then they had the little bench press. So Jordan and Jeremiah, they lift, and and now let me tell you. So I'm about to get my tap, right? So this is what happened. So the nigga was like, he wrote on a piece of paper, he was fitting it to fit my stomach. Then he was like, this cool? I was like, yeah. He put the paper on there, boom. And then he was like, no, before that, he was like, do you want numbing cream? And then I was like, yeah. He didn't have that much numbing cream. He was running out of it. He was like, everybody named Mama didn't want a numbing cream. He was like, I forgot that I didn't have no more. So he rubbed the numbing. He squeezed a little bit of numbing cream that he had out, put it on me, right? Then he had opened a new pack of the needles and stuff. He put the needle on there. I was watching that. So then yeah, so he said, all right, let that sit for a little bit. So I was sitting there letting it sit for a cool minute, just sitting there waiting for the shit to be, to numb up. And then he was like, he went like this. He was like, boom, boom. He was like, do you feel that? I was like, barely. And then he was like, all right, you ready? And then I was up. I was standing up. I was like, I'm scared. And the niggas that was in the garage, they was like, that mean you ready? They was laughing and shit. I'm over here scared as fuck. So yeah. So then what happened was he ended up putting the paper on there. The little ink went on me. Then he was like, all right, you ready? I was like, yep.
Stop the cap.
Put first tap. I was like, okay, this shit smooth. It don't hurt like that. The nigga started, when he started writing, it felt like it was dragging at first. That bitch was hurting, bro. It was hurting. I don't know if the numbing cream was working or not, but if it was working, I don't want to get no tattoo without no numbing cream, because that shit hurt. So I was sitting there. I'm going to put a clip right here. Look. That was hard how I put that clip on. Big editor shit and shit. But big editor and shit. But yeah, I don't know why the fuck I just did that. But yeah, so then he doing a tattoo. When he get to my rib, bro, this is where my rib at. Right here. My rib right here. All this right here is my rib. Right here. This is the last rib right here. All that was killing me, bro. Niggas watching me get my tattoos, grown men looking down, looking at me getting my tattoo, they making faces and shit. They like, I know that shit hurt. I'm over here like, fuck, I'm just cussing up a storm. I was cussing every second, like, fuck, blah, blah. Talking, and he was, the nigga that was doing my tattoo was laughing. He was like, I told you crazy for the rib shot. He getting a tattoo, right? Jordan and Jeremiah sitting there, they laughing, they recording this shit. And then, yeah, so I'm getting my tattoo. Everything was cool. And then a nigga finished doing the letters and all that. Then he said, all right, I'm going to thicken the letters. The nigga went over it again to thicken the letter. That bitch was hurting already because I just got it was crazy. But then that's when the shading was crazy too. The shading was hurting. I thought I just wanted to get up out of there at that point. I was so done. That shit was hurting. And then, but this, I didn't have no numbing cream on this. And this one, I feel like this one hurt way more. So, the fuck was behind me? I know I didn't see no shit. And it's a mirror in the back. Alright, I feel a little weird. But, with the cross, so he did the lines and shit for the cross. And then after that, he was like, alright, I gotta fill it in now. He pulled out some type of, he opened a new pack, put a new little needle on there. And it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it had like multiple little needles or some shit. And he was like, putting on my fucking wrist. That shit hurt. And look at my bone. This shit right here.
Oh my
Look at this. It was right. Like I have no. You can feel my bone right here. That shit was hurting. It hurt more than that. So yeah. So he doing that. I'm sitting there. I'm gonna add the clip. Hopefully Jordan got the clip. I'm gonna add the clip right there. But yeah, he did that. We done. So we leaving. The dog following us out. We pet the dog. We leaving. They like, ooh, that shit hard, blah blah. Oh wait, no. Before that, I'm standing up looking at it, and he did the same shit to Jordan. He said, boom, smacked me on my stomach. He was like, welcome to the family, nigga. He did that same shit to Jordan. Jordan said he was screaming. That shit was funny, but yeah, it didn't hurt that bad though, cause I think my shit was numbed up. But I did a little yell, I ain't gonna lie. And then yeah, so then he dropped us off. We got in the car, he playing music, we chilling. We get to the house, and yeah, I got here. Now let me tell y'all what I did, cause I wasn't supposed to get the tattoo. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all. So look, my dad had called. I hurried up, jumped off the table. I was like, hold on, let me take a break. Jumped off the table, was on the phone with him. I was over here lying, acting like we was about to walk to McDonald's. Lying like a bitch. Was not about to walk to McDonald's. I was getting attacked. And then yeah, he had called. Then my auntie. Now I know my auntie. My mom must have put my auntie up there because my auntie was like, why you leave your bathroom so messy? Come up here and clean it. You shouldn't be outside of your bathroom messy. I had to talk my way out of that, acting like I had to say, I forgot what I had said. But I was like, it's always some blah blah. I had made a little argument, so I didn't have to go in. But yeah, I was scared. I was shaking in my boots when she called. When they both called and they was trying to get me to go up, man, I was crazy. But yeah. So let me tell y'all. So now I'm gonna get to where I got home, right? So I get home. I'm walking upstairs. We all looking at the tat. I got the shit on, the little plastic and shit. This one was bleeding. And then we get in there. That's when Jordan and Jeremiah was like, all right, let's unwrap it. They unwrapped the tat after a little while. That shit was hard as fuck. I'm gonna put the clip in them unwrapping it. Hopefully I still got that. But yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Y'all, what's going on? I'm back.
I'm gonna rip it off or what? Find where it's at. But I think it goes over here somewhere.
You got pepper on your nipples.
Shut up, buddy.
You look me bad, so strong with her pants stuff. Shit on you.
Shit. I could have if I wanted to.
How much was
That
it?
baby at 130. You don't have to look it. Oh,
Me and my brother get nasty.
had it in the game. That's hard, nigga. Had it in the game.
His shirt stays off. Everybody will see that.
That's your hard. Boom. And then what's it called? And I'm looking at it. This shit hard as fuck, hard as hell. I'm in the mirror taking pictures. I didn't post it or nothing because I didn't want nobody to see and tell my parents. So this bitch hard as hell. I'm FaceTiming all my friends. I'm FaceTiming my girl, like, ooh, look at the tat, all that. It was hard as fuck. So then I came in the house because I had to get a jacket because I knew that my mom was gonna be looking. So I came in, right? I had on jeans, right? So I come in. My wrist was still showing. Look, but I had my hand all the way in my pocket. My wrist was still showing, and that plastic was shiny. So when I'm walking in like that. My mom saw it, but she didn't say nothing. My mom, if I ever got caught doing something, my mom not gonna tell me. She was gonna tell my dad or keep it on the low and wait till, like, my dad was out of town was he out of town? Yeah, he was out of town. He went out of town after, no, when I was getting it, I think he went out of town. But yeah, so, I walk in, I grab this same jacket. I put the same jacket on, walk back out. I'm like, oh, I hope she didn't see Ryan come down. I was like, I showed my sister, Ryan is my sister. I showed her. She like, oh my God, did it hurt? I knew you was going to get the tattoo. She was like, Mommy, no. I was like, Mom, no. She was looking at the plastic. I forgot what she had said, but she was looking at the plastic. I was like, fuck. I was like, now it's about to be a big fucking deal when I come in this house. So I come in the house. Nobody said nothing. I come in, right? With the jacket on. I was cool at that point. I'm moving around. I come in the room, take the jacket off, take everything off. I lay down. I put the I went to sleep. That's the first night. I went to sleep, woke up, right? Sick. I was sick that day. My fucking stomach was killing me. for the first, like, for like 3 days after. So I'm fucked up in my room, my stomach hurting and shit. And my mom come in the next day. So I have to throw on a whole pajama set, like pants, little pajama shirt and all that. Put that bitch on, right? I put that shit on, and I had it like my sleeve was covering my tap. It was covering this one. This one I had to worry about. Like I had a white beater on. Nobody could see that one yet. But yeah, and I don't know. And let me tell y'all what happened later. Ooh, I gotta tell y'all this part. So she like, why you covering up like that? And my mom knew. She knew. She was like, why you covering up like that? What's wrong with you? I know you didn't do nothing I told you not to do. And then I'm like, Mom, I'm good. I'm sick. At that, I'm sick. So I'm not. All right, back to what I was saying. I read out of storage again. But yeah, so I'm not trying to get questioned. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I got this tap. I'm thinking you know about it, but like, I don't know if you know about it for sure. So basically, that's when my grandma texted me. She talking about something. I'm gonna put it right here. My grandma texted me. She talking about some, Pooh, you need to get this if you have a tattoo. Read this. If you get a tattoo, do this. So she was like, I'm gonna send Tasia, my auntie, over with some ointment and all the little stuff. So I'm at this point, I'm like, okay. She got me some ointment and lotion. She had my auntie bring it today, not next week, not the week after that. She bringing it. I'm like, everybody know. I'm like, at this point, I was thinking about just taking my shirt off, walking in. Look, y'all, but I didn't do that. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't want to deal with everybody. So the whole time my dad out of town, he calling. I'm talking to him regular. I'm talking to everybody. My grandma come the same day. So my mom was my mom. That's how this is when I knew she knew. She was like, no, he been being weird. I think he went and did something. She was like, Shireen, damn, I'm saying everybody fucking name. I'm about to blur that out. Actually, it don't matter. Well, nah, because y'all can look people names up and shit. Y'all gonna see family members. Y'all gonna block the name out. But yeah, so, she was like, look at his arm. She was like, he covering his arm up, blah, blah, blah. I think he went and did something. So she's like, let me see your arm. So my grandma following me. I was annoyed at that point because my mom doing the most. My grandma following me to my room. Just let me see your arm. I'm trying to make sure ain't nothing bad or anything. And so she followed me. She was pulling on my shirt. She pulled out the wrong arm, right? This arm. Looked at me. She's like, his arm, his wrist, everything looked good. Ain't nothing happened. And then my mom was like, she was like, I don't know. And she was like, you sure? And then she was like, yeah. She was like, ain't nothing on there. So then the next day, my dad had came back into town. He comes straight to my room, right? As soon as I see him, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I already know he know. He was like, let me see it. Nigga, how you know? What the fuck? Like, I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew except for Jordan, Jeremiah, and I told my cousin Nine and my girl. None of them would have told you. So I'm thinking, like, how the fuck, and Raya. So Raya, I think either Raya told her or they just put common sense. But how did they know that I had my stomach and my wrist? That ain't, because he was like, I showed him my wrist. I was like, look. And he was like, let me see the stomach one too. I'm like, fuck, how you know about that? How? I still to this day do not know how they knew, right? So then my he was like, wow. He wasn't even mad. He took a video, he was laughing, he was like, I feel old, y'all. He was like, look what this nigga went and got. Blah blah blah. He's showing it. And then my mom mad, you know, my mom would always gonna do the fucking most. She was like, oh my gosh, I told him not to do it, blah blah blah, this and that. Every kid gonna sneak and get their first tattoo. And if you don't sneak and get your first tattoo, alright, I just had to delete some messages. I just delete the whole chat with me and my girl so that I can make this fucking video. But it's in my laptop, so I'm cool. But yeah, so what I was saying, fuck. Oh, so yeah, if you don't sneak and get your first tattoo, it's not gonna be as memorable. So yeah, so she was doing a little bit. After a while, she was chilling. So then, after that, everybody know the person that I got it for don't even know it yet. So I go to my room. I'm like, I FaceTime mama. I was like, Mama, you know how I was talking about the tattoo? I just pulled my shirt up. She was like, ooh. She was like, oh my gosh. She took screenshots, pictures and all. She was like, ooh, Pooh. She was like, that looked good, blah, blah, blah. She was like, they did a good job. She was like, where'd you go and get it? I was telling her all the stuff and all that. you know. And then I was smiling and shit, you know, made my grandma happy and shit, no cap. So then, after that, what happened after that? Then after that, you know, I put the ointment on there. I started taking care of it now that people know about it. I could do all the stuff. And yeah, after that, everything was cool. That's the story, nigga. That's how I got my that's how I got my first tattoo. I got 2 tattoos, but yeah, I'm probably gonna make this 2 parts. It depends on how long the video is. But yeah, I got my first tattoo. That shit was smooth, no cap. And yeah, it's the end of the video. Peace. Nigga just said peace. Fuck y'all niggas.
Damn.